Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, the infamous FANG. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into Facebook, daily chart. And again, we had a nice downward move, inside bar just like the indexes, back to the top, floating around up here, killing the puts like always because everybody bought puts down here. We have this huge trend line, guys, and we'll show you on the bigger time frames. Until we crack above there, Facebook's not going anywhere. Still in a strong stance above the moving averages, but let me tell you, you float up from basically the first of the year straight up. My gosh, look at the volume. Not the best, not the worst, but right now they pretty much have it pegged. Just keep floating it up, tell everyone it's great, and keep piling people in. I think to a point, though, they might be waiting for earnings on these. Good earnings, it will go up. Bad earnings, of course, it will go down. But until then, this stock, to my opinion, is not going anywhere. If we look at the daily or the monthly or the weekly chart, let's go through all of them. Here's that trend line. Goes back all the way that high in April of 2014. Connect the highs, cannot get through there. Every time it tries, comes right back in, comes right back in. Now, floating up, the Trump trade, guys, it's great. Hurry up. It's going to be great again. Here we are, right into April, right to that trend line again. If we do come down, we're going to have resistance here. Some pretty good resistance down at the 20 and the 50 MA. Again, though, starting to high fly a little bit, getting extended from the 20 MA. And you got to be, respectful for that. And it is Facebook, so you got to watch out. But again, usually this thing will come down, kiss the 20 MA, possibly the 50 MA on the weekly. The monthly chart, though, I do have my eye on. The 20 MAs, they're right at 118.86. When this thing gets extended, guys, it's just a matter of time before it pulls in. This is a monthly chart, so let's see where the close is. Let's see if we can get above this line and close, or does it come right back down, engulf this candle, and start making stair-step, moves back down to the 20 MA and possibly lower prices to come. Again, if you're bullish, you need to get above this trend line and keep it rolling. If you're bearish, just needs to stay below it. And let's see if we could pull back in, maybe on news, maybe on the SPY pulling back. When we have 56 million on the SPY, in a day, what do you expect, guys? These things will just keep floating up. I mean, I'm surprised this thing was down 55 cents. That tells me you have a little bit of distribution right here. Pops back up. Look for some sellers here. Look, it came back down, popped up. Look for some sellers in here. See if we could get below the 20 MA, below the 50, and then we'll go from there. Again, if you're bullish, you need to get above the all-time high, 150 possibly. If you're bearish, you need to crack below here, hit this pivot, and then possibly stair step down through the moving averages. You got a couple gaps to fill down here. Ultimately, you have a gap down here right around the 115 area if it gets down there. You're still in the lower channel down here as well. You're going to have good support as it comes down, and possibly we'll take some long trades. Right now, we're just looking for high flyers to short, and that's how we're rolling with these trades, guys. You got to keep going, slow and steady, nothing crazy. We're in a Facebook short swing. We entered at 323, so we got in right here. When we retraced up, we should have waited. We could have added a little bit more today. I wanted to see if we could go a little bit higher if we add more. We started with a small position right at 139.68. We're a little bit out of the money, but we have a small position. We can withstand a $15 up move to add more. But again, if we pop up, I'm just waiting patiently on this one to see if we one more time to add more. Again, I'll look at this tomorrow off this little bullish pattern above the MAs to see if we could get one pop and then possibly a drop. So I'm waiting patiently on this trade. Again, Facebook, nothing wrong. Just take it one day at a time with the trades, guys. All right, let's get into Amazon. Another high flyer here, guys. This thing's running right into this big trend line. We go to the weekly chart. Go back. That's what I'm connecting the highs there. Goes through here, goes through there. I mean, honestly, we could pull this down a little bit, but for argument's sake or government work, close enough. We're right back into this big area, 890, 900 even number. Next area will be 926.76. We are, we're looking at this one close to. It is a high flyer. We did write some calls today on this one. I still have to post the trade on my position list. I didn't post that. We did it right at the end of the day. We wrote some calls out into May. Let's see if we started slow, guys. We're not doing anything crazy in this one. And again, we wrote some calls, couple contracts, and we also are short Amazon Our average price short is 874. So we're about 30 bucks out of the money on this one. Again, we're in small enough position. This thing would have to go up another, gosh, 40, 50 bucks for me to stop out because we're in a small position, no more than 10% of your total portfolio, and I'm still not even at 10%. Getting there, but you know, Amazon, this thing could be a beast. We went up 7 days in a row. That's why we wrote calls up here. And if we get a quick, you know, $10 pullback on premium, I'll cover those. And then that will help us out on the swing trade. So there's also multiple ways to get, you know, to be safe in these positions. Even when we're writing calls, small positions, couple contracts, nothing crazy, guys. You know, and we have a little bit more room to add on those, but we're going out a month and a half, so I think we'll be okay on those. Again, Amazon stretched, getting to a point. If you're not short, you got to get interested in this one up here. Netflix. Another high flyer, and I've seen this before, just chopping around. Everyone bought puts here, and they're just destroying them. Even if you went a couple months out, they are just taking you to the woodshed, guys. This I love. We came in, popped back up, try to get above this big trend line, didn't do it, came back in. If you're bullish, needs to get above the one, I'd say 150 and continue up on volume. There's no volume here on this one. If you're bearish, you need to get below here and start cracking down and start going, you know, heading towards the 116. Still have a gap to fill, you know, window, great support here. You can make a case, you know, you could put a trend line here coming up through this area. That's going to be some support, as well as the double bottom here too. So a lot of support, not too much resistance. So if this one moves up, we could go higher. You just got to take this one slow and steady. We are short on this one from 329 at 146.52. We are a little bit in the money on this one, so you know, we'll see how it works out. Just watching this if we get below these areas. Right now, floating up with the markets, 56 million on the SPY. What else would you expect on this? But we had a nice little pullback today. Hopefully we could get, you know, maybe get another buck or two, get below the moving averages, and next thing you know, we're filling the gap around 133, and we're covering half the position. We get another pullback to 120, 125. We'll pull the rest off. Maybe hold a quarter, let it run. But one step at a time. Let's see if we get above here and keep moving, or do we start slipping with the markets and start going down? Some news coming up, guys, with the Yellen lip service tomorrow, I think. The ADP report, job report, some stuff coming up at the end of the week, you know, all that good stuff. So just be careful in these trades, guys. Do not load the boat, but make sure you're shorting some of these high flyers, because if the markets do come in, these will fall down really, really nice. All right, let's go to Googl. We did short this one intraday basis from up in this area. We had a nice drop. We're already out of this trade. Retrace back up. I'd like to see if we could get back to this big red bar up around 870, 875 up in this area. But we'll have to see how it goes. But this was great. Came in, covered half, went down again, covered the rest. Boom, goes right back up like we thought. Right back, fills the gap, gets above the 20, comes right back in. Back below, guys, you know, as long as we're above the moving averages, this could possibly, you know, go up. But we're back down below the 20. It needs to pop up and continue. I'm still thinking 861 to 870. We'll go short, and I'll do a swing trade on this time. As long as we stay below the, you know, 879, 900. If you go a half a position on this one, guys, you can withstand an $85 stop, and it still won't be a 10% stop in your position. If it goes up that much and you stop out, you're only going to lose 0.5% in your portfolio. So these trades that we're doing aren't going to kill you. You got to buy yourself some time. No puts right now, just small positions in shares. Even if you did a $10,000 position in this goes down 10%, it's $1,000. It's $1,000, guys. Minimum risk for maximum reward. Even if it goes up, if it gets above 880, 900, you're still okay. Still has to go another 25 bucks before you stop out. Again, we're in share size in these positions. Not a big deal. But these high flyers, guys, when these come in, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And there's your trend line up on top that's been holding. Here's your retrace area. Looks a little different on the weekly. Down, retrace. Trying to get it back above the 618. Let's see if it does. If not, then we're looking for lower prices. If you're bullish, you need to get above the 878, 880 area. If you're bearish, it needs to come right back in. Close below the 826.90 area. The 20 MA, which is right at 826.06, and then start cracking down. I still think, you know what, when it's all said and done, you're going to fill this gap 762, and I still think we get down here to 760 or 672, $700 area if the markets start to crack. That's the big if. You know, it seems to me they're even getting me almost on the bullish wagon, guys. It's almost like, wow, these markets. But when you have 56 million on the SPY, what else would you expect? Just a complacent market. I'm going to show one more thing. If you guys didn't stick around for the other videos and you're new to this and new to StockBookie, this is why we're shorting. When you get a move like this, housing crash or .com crash, housing crash, we just can't go up forever without a nice correction, guys. Sorry. Till we get above 2,400 and it really starts to go and we, you know, confirm, then maybe I'll stop out of some of these positions. But we're picking on the high flyers here for a reason, because we're at the top of the market. This thing gets a nice pullback, 1,000 point, 2,000 point on the Dow. All these trades will be coming in nice, guys. And that's how we work this. We'll be bulls again one time. We got our bear costume on up here. We'll have our bull costume on down in this area for a possible bounce. And when everyone's selling, we'll be going long, just like everyone's buying, and we're starting to go short. That's how we roll at StockBookie. Small positions, no more than 10% of your total portfolio, and you will be safe in these trades. There'll be stuff that blows up on us. That's okay. Look at Panera. That one blew up on us today. We had an average price at 288.27 that we posted yesterday on our position list. Today it went up. After hours, we added more short at 308. I don't know. You know what? Let's look where it closed today. After hours, though. So after hours, closed at 307.70 after hours. So right around 308. So our average price right now is 298.13. Again, we have a small enough position. We can handle a $30 stop out. Our average price is 298. If it goes to 230, 230, or 330, 335, then we might just stop out and say, hey, we gave this one a shot with a small position. Oh, well, on to the next one. So, all right, guys, thanks again for watching the video. Really do appreciate it. You know, StockBookie.com. We're going to have a lot more stuff coming up. Sign up. You'll get more videos like this. This one is private, so I upload it to my Vimeo account, so you have to be a member to get this one here. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. I love doing this stuff. We're going to do some more live stream stuff too as well, guys, in the near future. Hopefully tomorrow, possibly Thursday, Friday, if we get a little more action. And look for those videos or look for the email alerts before we go live. We're trying to post a half hour. Then we go live, bring a symbol. Let's have some fun, try to figure out which way these markets are going. Again, thanks for following me. Thanks for subscribing, all that good stuff. God bless. See you on the charts.